Hello everyone, welcome back to the Education Always channel. Today we will be looking at chemistry. So, atoms, elements and compounds. We will be covering chemical symbols, elements, compounds, ions, word equations, balanced chemical equations and a test. Firstly, some definitions. An atom is the smallest part of an element that can exist. An element is a substance made of only one type of atom. Atoms of each element are represented by their own chemical symbol. For example, O represents oxygen and Na represents sodium. This is the periodic table. You have all your metals in red and yellow and black, transition metals in blue, green is the gases, and pink is the noble gases. Now, elements. Formula for most elements is just its chemical symbol. For example, helium is He, lithium is Li, and carbon is C. Some non-metal elements exist as molecules that are made up of two atoms joined together. For example, iodine is I2, fluorine is F2, and hydrogen is H2. Now, compounds. A compound is a substance that contains two or more elements that are chemically combined. A chemical formula can be used to represent a compound. The formula shows the symbols for each element in the compound and the number of atoms of each element. There are some examples on the screen now. Sodium chloride is NaCl, carbon monoxide is CO, and ammonia is NH3. Next, ions. An ion is a charged particle formed when an atom or a group of atoms loses or gains electrons. Again, there are some examples on the screen. So, the sodium is the ion, the formula is Na+, and this means that its electrical charge is 1 positive. Compounds also have electrical charges. Again, there are some examples. So, sodium chloride, NaCl is the formula, and this has 1 positive and 1 negative electrical charge. These balance each other out, so there is no need for a plus or a minus on the formula. Let's look at word equations. Reactants are substances that react together in a chemical reaction. In a chemical reaction, the atoms or ions in reactants separate from one another. They join back together in a different way to form products. For example, potassium hydroxide reacts with sulfuric acid. Potassium sulfate and water are formed in the reaction. On the screen, you can see the reactants, the products, and the word equation. When you see a balanced chemical reaction, it will sometimes include state symbols. You have G for gas, L for liquid, S for solid, and AQ for aqueous solution. The law of conservation of mass states that no atoms are lost or made during a chemical reaction, so the total mass of the products is equal to the total mass of the reactants. This means that chemical reactions can be represented by symbol equations. A balanced symbol equation has the same number of atoms of each element on both sides of the arrow. Now look at the step-by-step guide on how to balance equations. Finally, time for the test. Number 1. What is the chemical formula of nitrogen? Number 2. What is the electrical charge of O2-? And number 3. What's the chemical equation for methane plus oxygen? You now have 30 seconds to think of your answers, and then they'll be on the screen. Okay, that's the 30 seconds up. Now time for the answers. Number 1 is N2, number 2 is 2 negative, and number 3 is CH4 gas plus 2 O2 gas gives you CO2 gas plus 2 H2O gas. Well done to everybody who got those right. If you didn't get them all correct, it may be worth going back through the video and making some additional notes. And that's it for today. Thank you everybody for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos, and any questions, please pop them down below in the comments. Thank you, bye!